Well, you know, we're on the cusp of a long 4th of July weekend. I know we're going to the in-laws trying to figure out what we're going to bring.
It's always kind of a last-minute scramble. Unless you're hosting and you have a big thing, you know, but you always got to bring something. And keep watching, though, because we have some ideas that are not only fresh and healthy, they're a little patriotic, too. Our friend Shanti Apello, she's a registered dietitian with Blue Cross Blue Shield of Michigan, always bringing all the goods. Good morning, Shanti.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. All right, let's talk about buying fresh in-season produce at our farmers market. That's where we start here today.
Yeah, it's great because when things are in season, they taste their best, right? So our tomatoes are going to be at their peak ripeness, tasting the best. Peaches are in season right now, lots of herbs. And of course, we're supporting our local farmers too. So all great stuff. And a lot of what I have here today is based on a lot of those fresh vegetables.
She is not lying, because I grew up most of my life hating tomatoes. Just didn't like them. Went out to a farm, pulled them off the vine, those little cherry tomatoes, and she's right. They tasted so different and so delicious, and now I can't get enough of them. So yeah, freshness, farmer's market, that's where you should get the stuff, but what are we gonna make with the stuff?
Yeah, so first I've got this heirloom tomato flight. And I say flight because we've probably had like a champagne flight or something like that, where we're trying different things. So I've got them dressed up, these heirloom tomato slices, in different things. One has feta with capers, some pine nuts, and parsley. One has some pesto and peaches. And then this one that I'm going to make for you guys has a little bit of olive oil. We're going to salt it. And then putting some ricotta on here. That's going to be nice and creamy, and of course give some of those Italian flavors. And then some fresh torn basil, also great in season. And I feel like basil, it makes the whole room smell so good when you're in it. So we're going to do that. And then a little bit of balsamic reduction.
Yes.
Man, then I like a champagne flight with my tomato flight. I think that sounds amazing.
She said she was making that for us, and then she said she was making that for us, and then I thought, but how am I going to eat it? Because it really,
with a knife and fork, right?
With a knife and fork, that's the answer.
Yeah, you could also cut them up into fourths, and then that way they'll be little bite-sized pieces. Serve them with little forks or something like that.
There you go. Okay, so we got the appetizer covered.
Yeah.
Let's go on. I think corn. You've got some corn on the menu for us today as well.
We do. Now, these are corn ribs. So you eat them just like a rib. So that means we're going to slice them in half, long ways, and then twice more. Now, I've tossed these with lots of different spices, and we've got some smoked paprika in there. That's really the star of the show because it makes them have this like really smoky, nice flavor. And corn is great because it's got so much fiber in it. And so it's one of those really satisfying side dishes. And having them in this shape makes it so much easier to eat, especially if you have a get-together. And I'm serving them with a little lime avocado ranch.
Ooh.
Shanti, oh, sorry.
No, I was just going to ask how she cooks it first.
I'm curious.
Yeah.
Did you say that's corn?
Yes.
That's not.
This is corn.
Chicken.
No, but we're calling it ribs.
Ribs. They are like ribs, because truth, you can buy them already ribbed at Trader Joe's, frozen in a bag.
Can you really?
Yes, I
love
them.
that. That's a hack.
And it's corn.
It is corn.
I want to eat. I love corn. I want to try this.
So I want to know, though, if you're making it at home, do you cook the corn first and then cut it, or do you cut it first and then cook it? How do you?
We cut it first, then we toss it in olive oil and spices and throw them on the grill. And what's great about them is you don't have to turn them. They just cook in about 3 to 5 minutes, and they're ready to go.
There you go.
All right.
All right. Corn ribs.
Something that I'm definitely going to want to try.
There you go.
I mean, red, white, and blue everywhere. You got more?
Yeah, red, white, and blue slaw for this one. So we've got red bell pepper sliced thinly with some purple, we'll say blue, and white cabbage. So this is going to go on top of our whitefish taco. So I've smashed a little bit of avocado there for some nice creaminess. And I'm putting the slaw on top. We've got a little bit of mayo, mostly lime juice in this, but a little bit to make it creamy. And then topping it with some grilled whitefish. Great Lakes whitefish. I feel like we can't get enough of it. Great also to get at farmers markets if we're lucky to have that there. And then what I'm going to do is top it with just a little bit of cilantro and some cotija cheese. And then, of course, you can spice it up with a little bit of extra sauce if you want.
Shanti, we're literally dying.
We're starving, and like we want to eat all the things.
Sorry I'm not there.
Me too.
Fish taco is like one of my favorite. I can never turn down a fish taco.
Jam.
Ever. I love fish tacos. And now you're making those with the corn, and you got the tomato flight. I want to be there. All right, these recipes.
Hey, second best.
Right?
We'll have all of the recipes for you. You need to make it this weekend.
That's what I'm talking about, because that looks real. That's doable. You can get more than just these recipes, more health and wellness information, all waiting for you. Boy, if you thought eating healthy wasn't going to be tasty, you are far off the mark. healthiermichigan.org. Check it out.